Ils disent vouloir la paix. Ce que ni eux ni Trump ne disent, c'est que leur paix, c'est la capitulation.
The Republican Party talks tough, but that's actually pretty funny because this is their leader.
Bloated and fat and disgusting.
And here are their lieutenants.
From the garden, by the garden.
And now, Trump has cemented our nation's future by embracing a murderous dictator and turning his back on our friends in NATO.
No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want. You got to pay.
Okay, now, Europe isn't the United States. They're not as big, as rich, or as powerful as America. But don't discount their toughness, because while we celebrate our 250th birthday, they've been kicking ass for close to 2,000 years, and they're not backing down from us a bit. This is a senator from France, and I'm going to mangle his name, Claude Malgouhe, and he's not intimidated by Musk and the First Lady. Not a bit.
Monsieur le Président, Monsieur le Premier ministre, Messieurs les ministres, Mesdames et Messieurs les ministres, mes chers collègues, l'Europe est à un tournant critique de son histoire. Le bouclier américain se dérobe, l'Ukraine risque d'être abandonnée, la Russie renforcée. Washington est devenu la cour de Néron, un empereur incendiaire, des courtisans soumis et un bouffon sous kétamine chargé de l'épuration de la fonction publique. C'est un drame pour le monde libre, mais c'est d'abord un drame pour les États-Unis. Le message de Trump est que rien ne sert d'être son allié puisqu'il ne vous défendra pas, qu'il vous imposera plus de droits de douane qu'à ses ennemis et vous menacera de s'emparer de vos territoires tout en soutenant les dictatures qui vous envahissent. Le roi du deal est en train de montrer ce qu'est l'art du deal à plat ventre. Il pense qu'il va intimider la Chine en se couchant devant Poutine, mais Xi Jinping, devant un tel naufrage, est sans doute en train d'accélérer les préparatifs de l'invasion de Taïwan. Jamais dans l'histoire un président des États-Unis n'a capitulé devant l'ennemi. Jamais aucun n'a soutenu un agresseur contre un allié. Jamais aucun n'a piétiné la Constitution américaine, pris autant de décrets illégaux, révoqué les juges qui pourraient l'en empêcher, limogé d'un coup l'état-major militaire, affaibli tous les contre-pouvoirs et pris le contrôle des réseaux sociaux.
Well, he pretty much nailed us. In a matter of weeks, we've been exposed. The mighty United States, not so mighty. These sheep have capitulated to a grotesque talk show failure of a human, an obese pig whose sows suck at his teats like inbred farm animals. And here's the kicker. The whole world sees this except for us. The senator was right on every point, and Europe knows a thing or two about revolutions. Republicans mocked France's reluctance to allow U.S. planes to fly over their airspace to bomb Iraq, and the Republicans' response was to rename French fries freedom fries? Whoa, that had to hurt. But 2 quick points. One, France knew what we knew. Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11, and that war killed 5,000 Americans and 1 million innocent Iraqis. And secondly, the American idiots who attacked France did it by renaming fast food and this?
Well, the Iraq debate continues to stir emotions and protests around the world. In Los Angeles this hour, supporters of the use of force plan to protest France's opposition to war by pouring bottles of French wine in the gutter outside of the French consulate.
Tim and Tommy seem to have started a symbolic revolution. Protesters from Young Americans for Freedom poured bottles of wine in the gutter in front of the French consulates in Los Angeles and Manhattan at the same time.
The red wine represents the blood the French have never spilled for freedom.
I've been quite disgusted with the way the French have turned this into an anti-American affair. I think that we need to support Americans, support our troops, and all the people who are against America. We need to show them there's still support out there for what President Bush is doing.
You know, if Americans feel alone going into this war, there's a reason for it. They are.
Should we have poured out our German beer, Russian vodka, Mexican tequila, Italian spaghetti sauce? Nah, we'll stick with the French. Everyone hates the French.
And of course, Republicans conveniently forgot the contributions of Lafayette and France in our battle against the British, by whom without their aid we might have lost and been split apart like Europe. And while we were having our revolutions, waiting for English ships to arrive, hiding behind trees and picking them off, stealing their cannons and outlasting them, Europe had other ideas. Our founding fathers were brave, but in France, they beheaded their government traitors and mounted their heads on spikes all across Paris. But now, right now, our nation is being torn apart by bigots who want to deport our very future. future. The immigrants here, hungry for the American dream, are instead getting the American nightmare in the shape of this soiled diaper.
Bloated and fat and disgusting.
American births are dropping precipitously, and the only hope for our grandchildren is immigrants, same as it ever was. But Trump tapped into the fear and weakness of 75 million people whose ignorance is so profound it has allowed the United States to tumble, like Trump trying to ice skate downhill. And Europe sees it's coming because they've seen it before.
J'ai confiance dans la solidité de la démocratie américaine et le pays proteste déjà. Mais en un mois, Trump a fait plus de mal à l'Amérique qu'en 4 ans de sa dernière présidence. Nous étions en guerre contre un dictateur, nous nous battons désormais contre un dictateur soutenu par un traître. Il y a 8 jours, au moment même où Trump passait la main dans le dos de Macron à la Maison-Blanche, les États-Unis votaient à l'ONU avec la Russie et la Corée du Nord contre les Européens réclamant le départ des troupes russes. 2 jours plus tard, dans le bureau ovale, le planqué du service militaire donnait des leçons de morale et de stratégie au héros de guerre Zelensky avant de le congédier comme un palefrenier en lui ordonnant de se soumettre ou de se démettre.
And how do you like your irony? Because while Trump offers up his pasty fat ass to Putin to plow, the doomsday clock just clicked closer to midnight. French President Macron says he'll enter into talks to use France's nuclear capabilities to defend European allies, while China's President Xi said he's ready to go to war. And like the senator said a few minutes ago, China's probably going to invade Taiwan, to which Trump will do what? Not a goddamn thing. It's hard to imagine an American president saying these things. We're going to invade Canada, Greenland, Panama, and Gaza, which of course the terrorist cells will have no problem with.
The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it, too.
But as Trump threatens allies attacking honest and decent men and women,
Tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on
position
this
to
question.
dictate that.
That's exactly
Remember
what
this.
you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States.
America's greatest weakness is our hubris. You know, that we're always the best and the biggest, but it just ain't so.
There is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the you're talking about.
Mark Twain once said, it's not what you don't know that'll hurt you, it's what you know for sure that just ain't so.
I wanted to always play it down.
Go yourself. Oh, I like that.
Damn right. You're a nasty person.
I'm as mad as hell.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong? Yes. Tick-tock.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.